Germans in particular, it's almost like institutionalized, weaponized Stockholm syndrome. Well, that's if the government says this is so, and we do this, yeah. Grow a pair, please. Just, I mean...
Well, if I could just pivot back to the cultural aspect that you were talking about, and talking about Europe and talking about the culture of Europe and how, now Europe is not what it used to be, obviously. I mean, this migration that's been taking place ever since the European Union came into power, has totally decimated European culture.
Completely.
And your experience is living in Europe. You've seen it firsthand.
Not a pretty picture. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it in Germany. I've seen it in Italy. I've seen it when I went to London. The first time I went to London, I was 10. I saw it like 10 years ago, and I was shocked. And it's people say, "Oh, that was the golden age of London."
I don't think that was the golden age of London.
No, but I mean, it's the mass migration, and while it's hurting us too, we probably have 30, 40, 50, 60 million illegals in this country at this point. I don't know. It's not doing as much damage on the cultural level. It's doing damage, but maybe not on the cultural level. But in Europe, it completely does. These are people that come for the benefits, for the free healthcare, all that stuff, for the free lunch, really, basically.
Yeah.
And then when they realize, oh well, actually, the weather is bad. The people are not that friendly. I didn't sign up for this. That's when they turn hostile and actually turn on each other and turn on the German population. The German population is some of the weakest, cringeworthy MFs that you'll ever meet. I mean, talk about self-loathing. I mean, it's cringe. And you see, like for instance, why is Germany going down with a Nord Stream pipeline, right? There was Biden and this German said, well, if Russia attacks, then we'll end the pipeline. And then they ask, trust me, it will happen, Biden. And then you see the little Olaf Scholz, the chancellor. Mm-hmm. And so how do you feel about it? Oh, it's okay. We do everything together, yeah? Yeah, we do everything together. Whatever the big brother in the USA says, we do this too, yeah? And now they're trying to sanction the pipeline. I mean, it's almost like every European government at this point, particularly the big three, France, Germany, and England, has Stürmer, as I call them, because Nazi colors are kind of shown. If you look at those, I mean, they're acting as if they were agents of a foreign power with one mission: search and destroy and sabotage the country and bring it to its knees. It's horrible. They even in Germany, that new Chancellor Merz, he even put in the Constitution with some kind of trick, like we do it when we vote at 3 o'clock in the morning in the Senate.
Yeah, right.
And nobody reads a 1,200-page, thing. Everything has to now. It's now a constitutional issue in Germany, that climate change and everything. So the minute you even mention anything against that, you're already like in violation of enough laws to land you in prison for a long time. Same in Britain and same in France. That culture has been completely destroyed, and people question, and these Germans are so weak, and to a lesser extent the other Europeans, but the Germans in particular, it's almost like institutionalized, weaponized Stockholm syndrome. Well, that's if the government says this is so, and we do this, yeah. Grow a pair, please. Just, I mean, well, it's like Lenin, I think, said, if the Germans want to storm a train platform, they first buy a ticket. They get permission from the government to stage a revolution, well within their boundaries. And this is just something where I'm like, look, Europeans are so. I mean, Americans, if you pull that same crap in America, people, we have a lot of guns.